Hey, this is David Thomas with Orchard Hills Church and your morning devotion. Hope you're having a great start to your day, and I hope this blesses you. So today I want to talk to you about generational blessings. All right, a lot of us, we don't really put enough thought into leaving a generational blessing. And I'm not talking about, a financial blessing and things like that. I'm talking about a spiritual blessing. So many of us, we're so busy, right? We're coming and going, and we really don't give a lot of thought to how we are preparing the next generation to come. And I think about that a lot. I have young children, and but whether you have children or grandchildren, you need to be thinking about your actions day to day and how you are preparing the generations to come and how you are preparing for them, right? So there's a lot of things that we do on a daily basis and vices that we have, whether it's attitudes, mindsets, addictions could be, and we think about, well, me being that way or me having that issue is not affecting anybody. I just kind of keep it to myself, and it doesn't really hurt anybody. But what you don't realize is that's all going to be passed on to the generations to come. So are you passing on good things? Are you passing on spiritual things? Are you passing on a good attitude, a good mindset? It goes into so many different areas of your life. The way that you act, you think your children aren't watching, but they are. And I've learned that firsthand, that even things you don't think they see or hear, they do. And so they're learning. They're learning from you. You really need to think about it as a marathon, as a race, right? You have the relay race in the Olympics. You're passing that baton, to that next runner. Well, that next runner are your children. And so you think of that baton as your inheritance you're giving them. Now that inheritance consists of obviously not only your physical DNA, your hair, your weight, your height, all that kind of stuff, but it consists of your spiritual DNA. So are you passing to them a baton filled with spiritual blessings, spiritual principles, spiritual, statutes that you could put together for them to teach them to follow? Or are you passing on vices? Are you passing on bad attitudes? Are you passing on bad mindsets, right? Are you passing on bad examples to your children? And this is not to beat up on anybody. I'm speaking to myself more than anyone. But we need to really think about, as we go throughout our days, what we are doing on a daily basis to prepare the next generation. Now I'm going to read this to you in Psalms 78:4. It says, "We will not hide them from their children, telling to the generation to come the praises of the Lord and his strength and his wonderful works that he has done." It's right there. That's what we need to be doing. We need to be telling the generations to come the great things that Jesus has done, that the blessings that we have, not only from salvation, but from the Holy Spirit that he gives us on a day-to-day basis, living inside of us. So especially in the world that we're in now, with everything changing so drastically, I don't have to tell you that, founding a spiritual principle in the next generation to come, it doesn't matter whether you have grandchildren at this point, you can still instill and teach them spiritual principles so they can go into their lives more prepared, more founded, more ready to take on the world and react in a spiritual manner. Teach their children. You're affecting generations. So are you affecting them in a positive way with solid spiritual principles, talking about the good things that Jesus has done? Or are you passing on, just, you got to get by, you got to pay your mortgage, I just got to get on to the next day, I just got to make it to the weekend? No, we need to be focusing on the things of God. We need to have a positive attitude. We need to be filled with the Spirit daily, and we need to teach our children and our grandchildren how to do that. So I challenge you to dive into the Word. Read with your children, read with your grandchildren the Bible, pray with them, praying with them. And there's something that my father did, and I'm going to not make this too long. One thing that my father did for us is he instilled in us a deep spiritual relationship with Christ. And, that was something that I've benefited from my entire life, because life will hit you hard. And if you don't have that spiritual founding, you're going to go to the wayside very easily. So I'm very thankful for that in my life. And I implore you, and I'm trying my best to pass that on to my children. And I implore you to do the same to your children, your grandchildren. It doesn't even matter if they're your blood children, right? You can touch so many lives in so many ways, whether it's in activities in your church, in your in your neighborhood, or whatever it is. Anybody that you're around, are you passing on spiritual blessings? Are you passing on worldly vices, worldly attitudes? So think about that as you go throughout your day, because one thing can make a big difference in your children's lives, teaching them the ways of Christ. All right, so I hope this blesses you as you go throughout your day. I appreciate you watching. If you did get value from this, please like, comment, share this with others, and we'll see you very soon. Take care.